R$ 480, a versão mais cara do COD.
É, Davinho, a gente teve problema com conexão, meu amigo. Eu assisti o evento nas coxas, mas vou assistir agora. Relaxa que eu só vou na cozinha pegar um negócio pra comer, vou assistir de boa, sem euforia, sem ansiedade, sem nada, tá ligado? Só eu e você aí. Você já deve ter visto o evento, né? Eu já sei de algumas coisas, obviamente. Outras eu também não sei nem tanto.
Rapaz, eu vou logo renovar esses meus 12 meses, porque daqui a uns 2 meses esse bagulho vai estar 70 contos.
Não,
rapaz,
eu
acho.
assinei, quando foi em 2023, eu assinei até novembro de 2025. Tô tranquilo com relação a isso aí, velho. Foi assim que eu saí do meu
acaba
trampo.
daqui a 2 meses.
Quando eu saí do meu trampo, eu peguei e botei 3 anos. Agora não tem como mais, né? Quem fez, fez. Quem não fez, agora é máximo 2 anos. Ou seja, se tá subindo o preço, se não tá, pra mim tá tranquilo. Deixa eu ir na cozinha correndo, peraí.
É, Jordan.
Ai, ai.
Opa, saúde. E aí, gostou do evento, João?
Ah, cara. Eu vou até ver o negócio lá do código.
Foi legal.
Mas assim, tô hypado pra alguma coisa, eu tô não, cara. Só pra
Eu tô
código
só
mesmo.
pro código mesmo. É, só o código. Ah, só daqui a alguns meses, velho. Triste.
Vou tacar esse ozônio no bicho, cara.
Ai, ai.
Sabe o que é foda? Que eu nunca fui muito fã, cara, desse sistema de prestígio, cara, padrão do código. Porque, porra, eu libero os negócios, eu chego no dia 55, eu perco tudo de novo. Aí eu tenho que subir de nível de novo, eu achava isso um saco, mano.
Pior que eu
Eu gostei
prefiro.
muito.
Eu prefiro esse sistema do que o novo, velho. Porque, tipo, querendo, tipo, quando tu chega no nível 250, aí. Mas eu acho que não vai perder nada também não, Jó. Acho que vai ser só o nível que vai resetar mesmo.
Não, eles falaram, pô. Eles falaram. Viu a live
Vai ser.
não, Thiago?
Eu vi, mas sei lá, mano. Nossa, pior que
Thiago.
vai ser igual o código antigo, tipo. Vai fazer
dar
prestígio,
reset, pô,
vai
tu vai...
começar do 1.
Pô, tu vai... tu vai voltar... Tu vai voltar, eles falaram isso, porra.
Aí vai ter que liberar as armas de novo.
Caralho, Thiago, a mesma coisa, filho, a mesma coisa. Mesma coisa,
Velho.
vai ter que pegar tudo de novo. Aí provavelmente vai vir com aquele tokenzinho pra tu pegar um item, que dá sempre, né?
Uhum.
Primeiro item já vai pro versátil, tá ligado, né?
Uma arma boa também. Tá, arma
Mas só
boa,
que só
boa.
vai ter um.
Nossa, velho.
É, papito. Abraço.
Mas pode ficar só no nível 5 também. Pra sempre. Se quiser.
Ah, 25 de outubro, mano. Julho, agosto, setembro, 4 meses, mano.
Caramba, o que que eu vou fazer da minha vida durante 4 meses, velho?
Ué.
Bora adiantar o universo paralelo aqui.
Vai jogar outro vídeo, Thiago.
Vou ter que comprar o Elden Ring pra zerar.
Ah, tu não tem não?
Content that may not be
Não,
suitable
era,
for all
era de um
audiences.
amigo meu.
Through
que eu
VHS
peguei
snow and
emprestado, só que
interference,
aí
a
ele
play icon
mudou a
flashes.
senha
A
de pagar.
countdown appears showing 30 seconds
Na verdade,
remaining.
ele mudou a senha.
Text redacts. An
Começou a
aircraft
compartilhar a conta e
explodes.
comprei.
Saddam Hussein holds up a
Aí
lighter.
eu beijo.
A soldier
Aí eu tava
snaps to
jogando.
attention. A flag burns. The countdown timer shows
Nunca baixa
13
o preço,
seconds
agora que
remaining.
não vai baixar mesmo o preço do Elden Ring. Vai vir
The heads
DLC.
of Mount Rushmore wear blindfolds which read "The Truth Lies." An operative
Não,
wears a
Dark Souls
beanie
3
and
abaixa
crossed
o
rifles
preço,
over
velho.
his back. The timer reaches 0.
Ô, tristeza.
Text 1991. On a CRT screen, George Bush sits in the Oval Office.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more.
Tá
Despite
hypado pra
potential
jogar
for
o novo
instability
DLC,
and
então?
chaos.
Cara, eu
These
tô... é
events
porque assim,
clearly
cara, tem um
serve
negócio que é
our
tipo.
national interest.
Quando eu. Olha a logo do Call of
An
Duty já tá
M1A1
atualizado
Abrams
já.
fires its main gun.
Global conflict.
É, quando. Quando eu jogo
A
um jogo, eu
statue
paro
of
de jogar o
Hussein
jogo, aí
topples.
tipo, depois de
Text.
um
In-game
ano,
footage
tipo,
and
batendo jogo,
cinematics.
não sinto vontade de, jogar, de voltar pro jogo.
Activision
Eu
presents.
terminei o jogo já era, tá ligado? Eu
Text.
não sinto vontade
CIA
de
black
voltar.
site. Lights illuminate a
Como
warehouse.
é?
Title: Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Ah, eu entendi como que é.
Pois é, talvez eu volte pra fazer o Elden Ring, entendeu? Mas eu vou me forçar.
Adler dons
Mas eu não sei
aviators.
também, Thiago, porque...
Squads assault a complex while
Ah
Hussein's
não, cara,
statue
não, talvez eu jogue,
looms
cara, porque eu vou
above
estar
them
de
all.
férias na faculdade, que eu já tô nesse período já.
The player catches
Oh,
Adler's
let's
hand
see.
as he falls down an elevator shaft. In a grand palace, two men trigger explosives.
É, pode ser. Vamos ver aqui, cara, nossa, deixar pré-instalado
Biohazard
aqui
symbols
já.
flash before an animate mannequin.
Já dá pra instalar já?
An
Então,
armored
tá
operative spools up a
pré-instalado.
minigun. A Black Hawk flies with its gunner doors open. Gameplay: first-person shooter. Text: The truth lies. Explosions
Acho que eu vou
rock
ter
an
que
office
instalar meu
building.
videogame.
You broke into a CIA black
Seba.
site. Are you out of your mind?
Receba BO6.
A
Ah,
man
sim.
kickstarts a dirt
Ó,
bike with the
um
American
anúncio
flag
de
painted
todos
on
os
its
códigos
sides.
de
He steers
três.
out of a building, down a red
Gente, ó,
carpet,
tá
then
instalado.
follows
Ó,
over
eu-
police cars.
Eu ia
The player dangles
maratonar
onto
essa
the ley
campanha
line from a
inteira.
helicopter. They collide with a crane, tumble off a building, then fall into its
multiplayer.
open side door. Title: Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Ah, o multiplayer dos outros,
May
foda-se.
God continue to
Yeah.
bless the United States of America.
Text: Phil Spencer, CEO.
You just got a first look at the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
He grins.
Set in the 1990s after the
esperava
Cold War
que
ends,
isso ia
where the
acontecer,
truth
velho.
isn't what it seems.
Todo
It's an
mundo
honor to
esperava.
stand here representing the creative teams at Activision. And please
foi
stay
eu.
tuned after the showcase, where we will take you inside the studios to hear directly from Treyarch and Raven, who are working on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You'll get a 25-minute deep dive into the story and a sneak peek at multiplayer and zombies.
Players sit side by side.
It's been 10 years since Call of Duty has been in our show. It's been
Vamos
even
meter
longer since
projetinho,
all
né?
Call of Duty players
4
got the
meses.
same game at the same time. Going forward, everyone will experience the
jeito.
game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch. There are currently over 100 million people who play Call of Duty every month. We hope to grow that community by making Black Ops 6 the first Call of Duty game that will be available in Game Pass day one. So no matter where you choose to play, everyone is welcome to experience Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th.
The Xbox logo appears.
I'm incredibly excited
É
for
rapidão,
today's
um
show.
negocinho tipo 190
I'm
metros pra
standing
deixar
here
o
thinking
espaço
about
assim.
all the passion that has
Negócio.
gone in to making this show what it is. It's an honor to share
Onde
the
que
latest
é só ir
efforts
na
from
loja?
our partners around the
Vai no
world
teu. Não, vai no teu MW.
and
que
from our
agora,
own creative
Thiago,
teams
agora-
at
Ah,
Activision,
entendi.
Bethesda, Blizzard,
vai
and
no seu
Xbox
Call of
Game
Duty normal,
Studios,
gerenciar complementos.
who are doing what I believe
É, mas que agora é
is
tudo
some
junto,
of their
cara. Agora,
best work
basicamente é tudo
ever.
DLC.
Phil clasps his
Não
hand.
existe mais
And now
isso.
I get to introduce something that
Ah,
is
esse jogo
special
sozinho.
to me.
Black Ops 6.
As
pacote
someone
pra
who
ter
has
um,
played games for as
3,
long as
4,
I have,
6.
it's amazing that
Pô,
I
cara,
get
então
to
isso
set
também
up
quer dizer que as
this
conquistas do
world
amigo do jogo
premiere.
são uma merda.
So thank you all for joining
É
us,
tudo junto.
and please enjoy the show.
Uma merda, cara. Uma merda.
Text,
Rapaz.
Bethesda presents. Orange embers swirl in darkness. Chipped gold text appears. Before he became a hero, he was the super weapon of gods and kings. Past dark, foggy mountains, a
Thiago.
seaside castle burns. A pentagram
É,
burns in the
Jorge.
night sky. Text,
Tá pensando
in-game
o quê?
footage.
Ó, mano, vou
Automated
comer
turrets
alguma
fire
eu
blue
vou
bolts
comer
skyward.
alguma
An
coisa que eu vou dar uma
Urdnot
saída, tá,
platform
mano?
hovers in the clouds. In a
Falou,
large
Também vou
chamber,
dar uma
the
saída.
Doomslayer
Falou.
stands ready. A spherical door
Falou,
bearing a
chassi,
maker
né?
rune parts open. An
Falou,
automaton
João.
arm
Falou.
extends an
A sala-
ornate super
a sala
shotgun.
después.
Behind another door, a thick round shield has the
Stop.
mark of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
Doomslayer
yeah, yeah.
painted in red. The Slayer takes up his shotgun and shield. The Urdnot platform fires a red-hot beam which strikes the ground. Clad in a long fur cloak and spiked armor, the Slayer rises from its crater. The Slayer fires at Mancubi on the battlefield. He pulls out a new weapon, which loads skulls into rotating blades, firing out chunks of bone. He pulls a cord on his shield, spooling up chainsaw blades around its edge. He then blocks incoming laser fire from an arachnotron. Gameplay, first-person shooter. Heavy doors part open to reveal a destroyed courtyard. The Slayer leaps into the air, then slams the ground with his shield. With a pulse of green light, the Slayer parries a blow from a Hell Knight. He annihilates it with his super shotgun. The Slayer operates control yokes, and a green armored tyrant releases from a hanging frame. A four-legged beast sprouts holographic wings, and the Slayer soars past castle spires on its back. Title: Doom, The Dark Ages. The flying beast breathes a jet of flame down a tyrant's maw. Text, coming 2025 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Play it day one with Game Pass. Text, Xbox Game Studios presents in-game footage and cinematics. A green dinosaur toy dangles from a backpack keychain. The white man wearing it sneaks in a crouch.
Who did you love?
He unslings a serrated blade and advances on a zombie. Logo for Undead Labs. Daylight breaks over a lush forest. Through rolling hills, a car drives down a winding road.
It's too late to ask now. We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates.
A fleeing Asian woman fires a rifle at a zombie.
But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us.
The white man with the serrated blade hacks at the zombie. The speeding car doors another.
In each other.
Help! I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
The car pulls a U-turn.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it.
The riflewoman retreats atop a wrecked car.
It would always be worth it.
The swordsman and a woman with a shotgun vault a nearby chain-link fence. Together, they pick apart the smattering of zombies advancing on the riflewoman. Gameplay, third-person shooter.
And that helped us find the courage to keep going. To fight on.
A screamer zombie inhales, filling its exposed, glowing lungs. The riflewoman headshots it.
When we needed it the most.
The swordsman yanks a zombie away from the shotgunner's back, but then falls to three others who mob him. His hand reaches up for their swarming mass. The shotgunner fires a sidearm at his attackers, but he falls limp in a pool of blood.
I didn't know you well.
The dinosaur toy lies beside him. Nearby, the driver careens through several zombies.
But we'll keep your memory alive.
The shotgunner and riflewoman scramble into the
Eu não.
driver's car.
Isso é State of Decay 3, né?
Zombies bounce off his head.
Cara, vou ser bem sério com você. Acho que o que a gente viu lá atrás era um trailer, né?
And we'll
Era aquele trailer cabuloso. E não tá
She
cabuloso
looks down
igual.
at the green dinosaur
Só que enfim,
toy
vamos
clutched
ver.
in her hand. The car halts on a bridge infested with growths. Several zombies are silhouetted against a sickly red glow, including a massive juggernaut whose
Eu não gostei do
shadows
2, eu nunca joguei o 1. Não, isso aí eu também vou passar, velho.
Daylight. The toy dangles from an altar.
No one is forgotten.
Dozens of photos, trinkets, and a pride flag adorn the altar.
We live on.
A logo appears of an eagle clutching a hatchet. It dissolves like dust into a title. State of
Eu não
decay.
gosto do jogo que, por exemplo, eu vou jogar com meu amigo, aí todo o progresso que eu fiz, vamos lá, fomos até o 5º capítulo.
Play it day one.
Foi só no
with
mundo
game
dele.
keys.
No nosso não foi. Sem data.
Text. Electronic Arts. BioWare. In-engine footage. In a tavern, hooded and veiled figures wielding curved swords advance on a bearded man and young woman. The man fires a double-pronged crossbow.
Not looking good, old friend. This'll take more than you and me.
Text over the woman. Harding, the scout.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
In an alley, a woman casts ice magic. Text. Neve, the detective.
Someone to bring a little darkness to the
A
daylight.
man
É,
snaps.
pô, é mó ruim. Por exemplo, eu tô jogando contigo, você tá no meu
Mage
mundo.
killer. In a
A
forest,
gente vai até o 10º capítulo no meu mundo. Quando você vai pro seu, tá no primeiro ainda, como se a gente tivesse jogado.
And digging up a
Mas é
lot of
zoado,
buried
velho. Eu acho zoado.
An old man animates skeletons. Text. Emmerich, the necromancer.
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah. Someone who will stand between us and a pack of demons.
A swordsman parries several monsters. Text. Davrin, the warden.
You know there will be dragons.
Right.
A horned warrior faces down a fire-breathing dragon.
We'll need someone with fire in their blood.
Text. Tash, the dragon hunter.
One more thing. This crew needs a leader. Someone we can count on. Someone that the world can count on.
In the tavern, Harding watches a hooded figure drop a chandelier onto the attacking swordsman. She smirks.
But where are we gonna find her?
Harding nudges the crossbowman. They both smirk, looking at the hooded figure where they stand victorious. Text. Together, defy the gods. In a courtyard, the team cuts down monstrosities. Davrin holds up his shield. A dragon spreads its massive wings over stone ruins. Title: Dragon Age, The Veil Guard, coming fall 2024 to Xbox Series X and S and PC. Text: Bethesda
Dragon Age de
presents.
novo. Nunca joguei nenhum também.
White text appears. We chase dreams and embrace shadows. Anatoly, France. The text glitches and disappears. A starship glides toward an orbital station.
We have received a distress call of unknown origin.
Light shines through its panels. Text: in-game footage.
There is no record of a star station in this
Isso
orbit.
é Starfield, né? Uma
Something
missão
is not
nova
right.
lá?
A roller door opens.
Ou não?
Debris and spacesuits float listlessly in a long hallway. Glowing growths coil along the walls.
This is the serpent's will.
A translucent figure clutches its head. A woman offers a mandible.
Não, não.
The gravity reactivates. A spectral scorpion charges. A spacefarer sprints as warning lights flash. Logo of a gear wheel within a white circle. Bethesda Game Studios. Jagged rocks float around the black tower.
Nossa,
Hold very still and choose your words carefully.
bonito, hein?
They will determine how long you live.
A person kneels to a specter.
You trespass in the home of House Maroon. Your fate will be decided by the Great Serpent.
Can you feel its embrace encircling your heart? Constricting until there is no more you. Only us.
Over a jagged planet, a dim sun streaks through the pink sky. Model A robots step out from their pods. Braziers illuminate an altar. An aperture opens. A winged creature flaps past pink lightning. People in lab coats lie inert. The spacefarer glides through floating rocks, firing a minigun. They stand in a chamber filled with hundreds of human-sized pods. Title: Starfield, Shattered Space. Text: coming 2024. And new content coming tonight.
I'm from the Trackers Alliance.
We have a proposal for you.
Da hora.
Text. New locations, new gear, new bounties. The Spacefarer wields a particle beam weapon paneled in industrial orange.
Wish you the best of luck.
Text. Plus new custom content from Bethesda Game Studios and community creators. The player loads decor options and a plushie set. Text. New update available tonight, plus more. Cards appear for The Vulture, Creations, and Creation Kit. Title: Starfield Shattered Space coming 2024 to Xbox Series X and S and PC. Text: Bethesda presents. In black and white, a presenter wears a suit and tie with a Pip-Boy on his left forearm.
Vaultathon 76 is sponsored in part by
Isso é Fallout, velho.
Bombs away. Folks, if you're just joining us, we're coming to you live in the 10th consecutive hour of our Vaultathon 76 drive. We've got operators standing by and, oh, it looks like we've got one.
Harry's on from Skyline Valley. He's sending the whole family to Vault 76.
How about that? Skyline Valley, beautiful country, right in the heart of Shenandoah.
In color, a battered sign reads, "Welcome to Shenandoah National Park." Text: in-game footage, Appalachia's first ever map expansion.
Call now to join Harry and the over 17 million vault dwellers already on board. And let's keep those numbers climbing.
Got 4 on the line from AVR Medical Center.
Vault 76 is a growing community, and strong community can weather any storm. Why, just take a look at our Skyline Valley neighbors in Vault 63.
A ghoul wears a lab coat and Pip-Boy.
The greatest scientific minds are hard at work, cooking up shocking new ways to protect and preserve this Appalachian Eden. Yes, Skyline Valley is a stunning portrait of Mother Nature in repose. From the picturesque Shenandoah National Park.
Esses jogos que apareceu aí até agora, pra mim, só COD, velho.
Skyline Valley is a welcome home to all. And don't forget to bring home a souvenir or two.
A high-caliber gun.
When the bombs started dropping, don't come a knocking. Call now to reserve your place in Vault 76.
1-844 Vault Life.
Still not sold? Well, I suppose having skin is not for everyone. Best of luck out there.
Text: play as a ghoul, early 2025. Title: Fallout 76, Skyline Valley. Coming June 12th, 2024 to Game Pass, Xbox, and PC.
World premiere.
Stony black growths jut up through Parisian monuments, including the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe. On a distant tower, the number 34 glows yellow. Text: a game by Sandfall Interactive, published by Kepler Interactive.
Soon she'll wake and paint again.
A silver-haired woman rises.
Paint a new number, ticking down every year.
The 34 turns to 33. Another woman cries.
One stroke, and everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness.
She dissolves into dust,
Caralho, isso
along
parece
with
ser bom,
several
hein?
others.
Every year she paints again. And every year, an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission. Destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again.
Dozens of people stand together, uniformed in black and gold.
We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
The expeditioners journey through brightly colored wilderness. They duel a masked and robed figure. Gameplay: turn-based melee.
É um RPGzão.
Precise, quick
Meio que de turno, hein?
The player reacts swiftly to a muscle-bound monster. Text: Mael performs a counter. Dozens
Parece
of
ser
dead
bom.
expeditioners
Eu gosto
are
dessas
piled
coisas
in
assim.
mud. 4 expeditioners fight a dueliste and Burgeon.
É de turno mesmo.
Mael counters the dueliste.
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
Title: Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. Coming 2025 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Text: play it day 1 with Game Pass.
Temos 2. Saiu, vale a pena
Text,
dar uma olhada.
Xbox Game Studios presents.
Eita.
The sun hangs low over a lush swamp. A beaver paddles past.
Do you think there's a chance my mom's still alive?
If your ma's anything like you have, she'll keep fighting till we find her.
I hope so. It's just hard to believe this is all really happening.
You mean to tell me your mama never told you stories about critters and weavers? Oh, you're lucky I come along.
A arte desse joguinho é diferenciada, né,
Rides a
velho?
giant catfish whose whispers twitch when he speaks.
That's two-toed Tom. Big gator. I gotta drop you off fast.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mama.
I ain't of a disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
If we're gonna go on, we gotta get rid of him.
I'm all ears.
There's a church up a ways with a big bell. Go on and ring it.
You want to make him come running?
Tom can't abide the sound of the bell. Some church folks once tried to dynamite him, and he didn't take that too kind. If you ring that bell, he might skedaddle.
You better not skedaddle.
Go on now, scoot. I'll pick you up yonder after to go find your mom.
The woman hops to the shore as the catfish swims off.
Trifling ass mudcat.
Hey, I heard that.
The woman jogs along a trail. Gameplay, third-person exploration.
Gotta move quickly now.
A jackrabbit bounds ahead of her, past still willow trees and bright ferns. Several crows take wing as the ground shakes.
Wait, that floating island is the gator?
A massive silhouette moves along the horizon. With a left trigger prompt, the woman uses a rope sling to vault to a nearby dock. She peers around as roots block her exit.
Oh, hell no.
Twisting black roots converge into a legless monster. It beats its smaller arm against its glowing red chest. The woman slashes with small dual weapons. The creature's health bar and chest change from red to yellow. Gameplay, third-person melee with target lock. The creature slams the ground, and the woman fails to dodge all of its attacks. She returns to slashing on the offensive. After a charged attack, she performs a finisher with a prompt.
All right, time to find that church.
The creature dissolves into swirling blue light, which coalesces into a smattering of wildflowers. The twisting roots around the arena disappear. The woman double jumps off a ledge, then briefly glides down on a spectral hang glider.
Now to get over there.
She hops up, glides, and a spectral wind carries her across a short stretch of water. Several ravens glide alongside her, dipping in and out of the breeze. Ahead lies a crumbling church steeple.
Hazel, hurry up!
The woman, Hazel, sprints toward the church. She rope darts up to the church roof, then scales the side of the steeple to reach the bell tower. She pulls a rope. The island of several trees cuts through the water and turns around. Two-toed Tom serpentines directly toward the church tower.
What the hell?
John!
Hazel slides down the shingles of the church roof and leaps just as Tom rears his ugly head. Hazel flees the pudgy gator's snapping maw, scrambling back to the catfish.
A boat and a church.
Title, South of Midnight. Coming 2025 to Game Pass.
Fala que já
and
estão
Xbox
mostrando
Series X
o
and
que vai
S
vir pra
and
2025, né? Ai.
PC. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. Text, Blizzard presents. In a swirling void, a hazy orange light pulses. Text, cinematics.
In darkness, she slumbers and dreams.
In a snowstorm, a dwarf squeezes his eyes shut.
Ah,
then
isso
leads
aí
his
daí
bear
parece ser
onward.
World of
And for
Warcraft.
countless generations,
Ah,
mortals
parece não, é, amiguinho.
have risen to defend her.
Various races take up arms.
They faced monsters,
Gul'dan spreads his wings.
tyrants,
The Lich King.
and beasts of primordial horror.
Deathwing the Destroyer parts his mighty jaws. The hazy light pulsates.
Though they fought amongst themselves,
An orc attacks a human.
their enmity following them to the most distant shores. And even across time
A warrior emerges from the sea.
and space. Their courage never faltered. Even upon the very threshold of death.
Sylvanas breaks apart the Lich King's helm. The night sky cracks, then shatters into a swirling orange void.
While new hope blooms on the horizon, the final battle draws near.
The orange light swirls with blue, glowing like a fiery sun as smoke swirls around it.
Now, in the darkness,
A dwarf has glowing eyes.
at the very heart of the world, the drums of war thunder once again.
A human black woman with no left arm steps forward, clad in regal white and gold.
And Azeroth, at last, awakens.
Smoke closes in on the orange light.
The world's soul, so long denied me, shall be mine.
A night elf woman has rune-like scarification on her cheeks. Her lip curls into a half smile. Along the dark side of Azeroth, fiery red crevasses appear, slicing through land and ocean alike. Title: World of Warcraft: The War Within. The Darkness Calls. Coming August 26th, 2024 to
Ó, em
PC.
agosto, PC.
In a cloudy night, a cargo plane streaks through the sky. Text: Konami Digital Entertainment presents.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
A white man dons a gas mask. Text: In-game footage.
Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake.
Ah.
I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
Snake draws a sidearm.
Metal Gear.
Clock is ticking. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's specialty. In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
He sneaks through forests.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment.
Mentira da porra.
Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
From the cargo plane, Snake drops toward the clouds. In various camouflage fatigues, he performs melee takedowns on Soviet soldiers.
Freeze.
He holds one at knife point.
Speak.
Now shirtless with a bandana around his forehead, Snake fires a machine gun at enemy soldiers. From the back of a vehicle, he fires a bazooka at pursuing motorcycles with sidecars. He counters a soldier in hand-to-hand combat, then holds him at knife point while aiming a sidearm at others. They freeze. On a suspension bridge, an austere woman emerges from fog. Title: Metal Gear Solid Delta: Snake Eater. Tactical espionage action.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Snake aims a silenced pistol and advances forward. Logo for Konami Digital Entertainment. Text: Xbox Game Studios presents. In a lava-filled cavern, candles surround a sarcophagus. Text: In-game footage. A skeleton in a tri-cornered hat smashes open the sarcophagus. Text: An evil awakens. A new world event unleashed. The skeleton gazes into a crystal ball. Inside,
Parece
a
ser
ship
Sea of
with
Thieves
massive
isso
jaws
aí.
for a figurehead cuts through the sea. Text: the ultimate weapon is yours to control. In another ship below decks, two pirates smile at a statue of the skeleton as its eyes begin to glow. Text: become a villain. Sail the most powerful warship. The ship with the jaw figurehead fires its cannons. Its red sails flutter in the wind. With the pull of a lever, a jet of flame bursts from the ship's jaws. Title: Sea of Thieves Season 13. A new update coming July 25th to Game Pass, Xbox, and PC. Fiery projectiles streak over a muddy battlefield. Text: A44 Games, Kepler Interactive. A man fires a flintlock pistol. Text: in-game footage and cinematics.
As long as U is free, your world is in mortal peril.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
A feathered fox hovers.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you.
A black woman wielding a sword and hatchet directs the fox creature into battle. Gameplay: third-person hack and slash. In a variety of outfits, she hacks at desiccated monsters with the axe, fires a flintlock pistol, and unleashes a blast from a blunderbuss. The woman and fox twirl into a single entity as they leap off a building, merging when they reach a purple triangle hovering in midair. They platform across a snowy canyon. Their powers combine with purple magic, imbuing the woman's weapons with energy as she strikes. Text: from the makers of Ashen comes an explosive Soul's Light. Purple lightning explodes from the woman's hatchet as she double jumps upward, then strikes the ground.
Come on then! Fight me and die!
Text: kill all gods. Title: Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Text: coming July 18th, 2024 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Da hora.
Text: play it day one with Game Pass. Text: Xbox Game Studios presents.
Tô só deitando na cadeira,
Gods
daqui a
of
pouco eu
various
tô
pantheons
doendo.
appear in the stars. Text: in-game footage and cinematics.
We return to you now as the gods of mankind.
An army marches with siege weapons. An armada of Viking ships sails past a village. Lightning strikes near an acropolis.
Rulers of the Greeks and the Norse.
The Egyptians and the Atlanteans.
We created mankind to fight for our glory.
Gameplay: real-time strategy.
So rise and wield my wrath.
Lightning strikes the earth.
Command beastly chaos.
A dragon breathes fire.
Rain down destruction.
Meteors strike a village.
And unleash our fury.
An earthquake strikes a pyramid.
Worship me. Claim my power.
And legend will be
yours.
A stone golem throws a warrior. A bipedal Cerberus snarls. Gods appear in a starry sky, including Horus, Loki, Poseidon, Odin, and Zeus. Title: Age of Mythology Retold. Text: coming September 4th, 2024 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Play it day one with Game Pass. Text: Xbox Game Studios presents. A jet cuts through a dust storm. Text: in-game footage and cinematics.
Your target is in possession of a radioactive device. Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
An operative in a full-face helmet drops from the plane.
I always knew I had an instinct.
She extends her arms, gliding on a wingsuit.
I could see the world differently.
Perfect
It would be like any other mission.
She lands gently in a pristine courtyard and removes her helmet.
I was wrong.
Her copper hair contrasts her pale skin.
Welcome to Garden City, where it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day, every day.
Logos for the Initiative and Crystal Dynamics.
How far to his last known location?
Local forces are also tracking his whereabouts. You need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
Gameplay, first-person exploration.
Generating voice print.
She points a scanner at a security guard. Later, she holds it up to a keypad. It unlocks a gate. She makes her way through an alley lined with flower beds on windowsills above.
We are getting odd readings from your monitor. Can you confirm?
I'm looking at the screen right now.
The operative sneaks past more security guards into a dense crop of buildings with bright masonry.
Our intel places Carrington on the second floor.
She vaults up to a vertical pipe and scales it.
On the life we think we know turns out to be a lie. There's only one way forward. Find the truth.
She free runs between several buildings, then draws a sidearm.
Scan's clear. I'm going in blind.
Carrington! Damn it!
Alarms flash as she sprints inside.
Analyze. What am I looking at here?
Carrington appears to be targeting a research facility. If he attacks it, the casualties could be astronomical.
She arrives at a computer server, and her view glitches.
Agent Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Red highlighted enemies toss a grenade in.
I could use someone with your skills.
With swift strikes, Agent Dark incapacitates an armored enemy. She aims her sidearm at a second and fires a small projectile which electrocutes him. Out on the street, time slows as Dark slides in a crouch. She pulses her HUD to reveal highlighted enemies through walls and smoke, then fires at each of them.
I had to lose everything before I could see.
She counters an attacker in melee, headshots two others, then knocks out the first.
Is really hiding.
Her view glitches to people in biohazard suits exploring caverns.
I hope you're ready, Agent Dark.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Light from a hovering sphere floods the cavern. Title, Perfect Dark. Text, play it day 1 with Game Pass. On a small stage, Matt Booty, President, Game Content and Studios.
Agent Joanna Dark is caught in the middle of a near-future war over advanced technology that threatens the lives of millions. We hope you enjoyed the first look at gameplay, and we can't wait to share more from the developers at the Initiative and Crystal Dynamics as the game progresses. The creativity and talent of game creators are what make our industry unique, and I'm incredibly proud of our games and our teams. They are building a diverse lineup of titles, which includes new installments in beloved franchises like Doom, The Dark Ages from id Software, updates and expansions to our ongoing games like World of Warcraft, The War Within from Blizzard, handcrafted original concepts like South of Midnight from Compulsion Games, and blockbuster games with massive audiences like Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision. On behalf of our creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, King, and Xbox Game Studios, we thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to getting their ambitious games in your hands.
The Xbox logo.
Diablo is one of the most enduring and beloved series in all of gaming. We're thrilled to have Diablo 4 in Game Pass, where millions of you made it your favorite way to play. This October, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expands the demon slaying experience with an all-new character class, a new region, and of course, the next chapter in the acclaimed story. Here is the opening cinematic for the game. Let's take a look.
Text, Blizzard presents. Text, the following trailer contains graphic content and may be disturbing to some viewers. Blizzard Entertainment presents.
Tirar a câmera aqui, hein?
Through still waters, a small canoe paddles. A woman kneels in its front, trembling. An inky substance coats the water's surface, stirring as the canoe passes. The woman clutches a blue stone in her blackened hand.
Boy, young one, are you all right?
Cracks form in the stone.
Nerel? Oh, you're not well. Please, 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 my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me! Nerel! Is that how I raised you?
The stone hovers before the woman Nerel.
But I must carry this burden alone. I must get to Akarat's tomb.
But look at you. You're killing yourself.
I don't know how much longer
Tchau.
I can...
I'm here, little magpie.
In place of the stone, an old woman strokes Nerel's cheek.
You so much.
I'm so proud of you. But now, I need you to give up.
No. Of course it's you. You monster!
The old woman blackens with rot.
Let go. No.
She holds fast.
Made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Fleshy tendrils string Nerel up by her limbs. They pull apart her arm, bisecting it to expose webs of blood vessels. All around her is a canyon of flesh, covered in throbbing pustules.
Surrender.
No! I control the stone!
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
The fleshy canyon is the chest of a giant, horned figure. Nerel finds herself back in the canoe. She looks down at her intact hands. On the floor of the canoe lies the blue stone in a bed of veiny growths.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
She looks back to her companion. His body is frozen, twisted in agony, with black tendrils protruding from his ribcage. His mouth is stretched wide in an unmoving scream. Nerel's brow furrows and her lips tremble. She turns away. The paddle dips into the inky waters. Dead fish float to the surface as Nerel paddles toward an overgrown stone gate, nestled into a narrow point of the canyon. A title appears in tarnished silver and sickly green. Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred. Coming October 8th, 2024 to Xbox and PC. Text, Xbox Game Studios presents. Text, Playground Games presents.
Right.
A man in a robe drinks by a fireplace.
So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all? Yeah? There he is, in all his finery. Cheers.
He gestures to a painting of himself above the mantel, significantly younger and thinner. He tosses a tankard over his shoulder. Text, Humphrey, Albion's greatest hero. Footnote, retired. A pale white woman with ruddy hair walks through a medieval city.
You get your mega fans,
You are like literally my favourite person.
your haters,
It's like a fan club, but we hate you.
your chancers, and the occasional giant toad. For some reason. But it's more than that. It's about the choices you make.
I'm a hero. I should do what I want.
You thought you could save her?
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, doesn't it? Really, stays with you.
Humphrey looks down pensively.
I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion.
A younger Humphrey.
Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey?
The ruddy-haired woman steps into the firelight.
She's back.
A title appears in polished gold script. Fable.
I'm going to fix it, this place. And no one is going to stand in my way.
A gloved hand thrusts a staff into the ground and black smoke curls from their fingers. Text, coming 2025 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Text, play it day one with Game Pass.
World premiere.
In a scuffed metal room, a huge device sparks neon bright colors. A person with a rifle plugs a small console into it. Text, hate rules? Change them.
Use this. Make your own rules.
Text, in-game footage and cinematics. A card appears for World Flip. Gravity inverts in a hallway. A black man with red dreads holds up a Dragon's Breath card before firing a rifle. An Asian woman uses chain reaction, causing her sniper rounds to electrocute 3 grouped enemies. Menus appear, showcasing the Rifleman Broker and characters Nitro and Axon. Attack and defense cards appear, including Death's Embrace. Gameplay, first-person shooter. The Grim Reaper appears behind the player's target and slashes their scythe. Another card, Big Head, doubles the enemy's head sizes for easier headshots. Text, 5v5 rule-changing hero shooter. Title, Frag Punk. Coming 2025 to Xbox and PC.
World premiere.
Logos for Noodle Cake and Pine Creek Games. A tiny mouse clad in a backpack and light clothing pads through pristine white snow on their hind legs.
There is nothing left for me in the city. So, I have traveled back to where I grew up. Here, I found my childhood home in ruins.
Inside a tree stump, she lights a fire in an abandoned fireplace.
Why hasn't my aunt taken good care of it? The bridge to her house is broken, so I can't even ask her.
Now wearing a red beanie with a pom-pom, the mouse arrives at a crumbling wood suspension bridge.
I will make the tree stump a cozy home again, no matter what it takes. And no matter how hard it gets. I will fight.
Gameplay, top-down life sim.
And find meaning and beauty out here.
She crafts woolen trousers.
Some will say that in the dead of winter, a small city mouse doesn't stand a chance. Maybe so.
She fixes the bridge.
I must keep believing that every winter leads to spring. Auntie, finally!
An owl appears.
No!
It snatches the mouse away from her aunt. Title, Winter Burrow. Coming early 2025 to Game Pass, Xbox, and PC. Text, play it day one with Game Pass.
World premiere.
A teen with short blonde hair dons headphones.
My mixtapes bend others to my will. It's a strange, almost cosmic talent.
Logo for Annapurna Interactive. Text, in-game footage.
Go back to a time where summers lasted forever, when friendships were unbreakable, and any trouble was good trouble.
This year, I want to ride a flaming stallion of delinquency.
Yes!
What's your name again?
From Beethoven and Dinosaur comes an adventure a lifetime in the making.
teens skateboard down a road.
Experience the freedom of the teenage wasteland, sneaking out, making out, avoiding the law, and maybe something a little more.
They float off a rooftop.
Hey, can I stand up?
Yeah, little Rockford, go nuts!
In the backseat of a convertible.
Set to the soundtrack of a generation.
Fireworks burst in the night sky. Text, Devo, Roxy Music, Lush, The Smashing Pumpkins, Iggy Pop, Susie and the Banshees, Joy Division, and more.
What are we gonna think of ourselves in 10 years?
I'll just remember to tell myself it felt important at the time.
Your greatest memories are stored in music. You're invited to go back in mixtape.
There have been noise complaints.
An austere man glares.
Okay.
The teens look at him passively. Title, Mixtape, coming 2025 to Game Pass, Xbox, and PC. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. Text, Xbox Game Studios presents. Logo for Asobo Studio. Text, in-game footage. A hazy orange sunrise spills across a desert full of scrub brush. The rounded rocks of huge buttes jut up from the ground. Text, powered by satellite data and Azure AI. Red Bull Air Race. 3 propeller planes covered in logos bank between the buttes. Text, the next generation of Microsoft Flight Simulator. A pilot walks across the tarmac toward her commercial flight on an A330 for KLM Airlines. Yellow sunlight washes across the instrument panel. Passengers board via a jetway. The pilot gazes out of the cockpit as she and her co-pilot take off. Text, pursue your dream of a career in aviation. The propeller plane lands on a savanna. Text, air ambulance. A banner reading, "The sky is not the limit," streams over a coastal city. Text, aerial advertising. A private jet waits outside a ski resort. Text, VIP charter service. A single-occupant helicopter performs crop dusting. Text, agricultural aviation. A freight barge sinks in the ocean. Text, search and rescue. Helicopter cargo transport. A cargo plane lands on an unpaved rainforest airstrip. Text, remote cargo ops. Aerial firefighting. Text, explore our world. A tiny propeller plane lands in a lush mountainous forest. The player dismounts and activates a photo mode to capture its yellow exterior against the wild grasses. They snap a photo of a buck nearby. At night, a blimp floats past the Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio. A helicopter lands on a tiny helipad beside a lighthouse. A jet banks under a bridge. 3 helicopters race through a canyon, a desert, and a temperate forest. Brightly colored hot air balloons inflate, then float above a herd of giraffes. A bulbous Edgeley Optica soars through low clouds. At night, smears of green aurora borealis wind across the stars. Text, the sky is calling. Title, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Answer the call. Coming November 19th, 2024 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Play it day one with Game Pass. Text, Bethesda presents. Text, in-engine footage. Title, The Elder Scrolls Online, 10 years. An Argonian strolls through tall grasses with his pet. He arrives in a bustling city where other players mill about. Some ride mounts, cast spells, or chat with others. In a tavern, a Bosmer argues with a cowering Khajiit. The Argonian decks the Bosmer, downing him with a single hit. Text, it's about the journey and the friends along the way. Later, the Argonian and Khajiit flee a swipe from a giant. A nearby Altmer woman looses an arrow at the giant, downing it. The trio rescues a robed human man in a cavern. Together, the 4 of them face a dragon as their pets idly lick their paws nearby. The dragon knocks the human man back near the pets. At night, all of them gather around a fire. Text, adventure, unwind, explore, together. As they make their way through snowy mountains, the Khajiit freezes solid. In a city, fireworks burst over a celebration. Together with the human man's summons, the four companions take on a massive black dragon. Text, you always have a home in Tamriel. A horde of Daedric enemies materializes on a grassy plain. A crowd of dozens of players charges them, accompanied by a wide variety of mounts and pets. Title: The Elder Scrolls Online. For a limited time, play all DLC free. Try some of our most beloved adventures. Gold Road coming June 18th, 2024 to Xbox and PC.
World premiere.
A hawk flies over a snowy castle.
I swore I'd never use my power again.
Logo for Square Enix. Text, in-game footage and cinematics.
But 2 nights ago,
a teen girl walks through a path in the woods. Logo for Deck 9.
I found my friend's body in the woods.
The teen, a white girl with short straw hair, stands with a tear running down her cheek. Text, an all-new supernatural murder mystery.
I don't know who I can trust. Or who trusts me. But my friend Safi is dead.
Text, in the award-winning Life is Strange series.
So why can I still hear her voice?
The girl, Max, extends her hand.
Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline. Here, Safi is still alive, but danger stalks our every step. And only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except you're dead.
I can still save Safi. If I can solve and prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
Text, the new Max Caulfield adventure. Title, Life is Strange, Double Exposure. Coming October 29th, 2024 to Xbox Series X and S and PC. Text, Bethesda presents. Logos for Machine Games and Lucasfilm Games. A black-robed priest opens wooden French doors. In a cobwebbed cavern, a hand holds a candlestick.
Are you sure you want to investigate this, Finley?
I can't let this go. It could be the best kept secret in history.
What are you going to do, Indiana?
Indiana Jones activates a hidden stone door, casting a shadow with his fedora.
These artifacts have a deep connection to something in the past. Boss believes they hold a kind of power.
Jones fistfights.
A discovery that could change the world.
Using his bullwhip, Jones swings onto a zeppelin.
What are you doing out there?
Fresh air!
A woman rolls her eyes.
We have to find the stones, Gina. Or they will.
Jones and Gina sneak past crates.
To draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you'd get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
A path appears on a map.
I intercepted a Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Where Voss is sending all of his men.
A thick snowstorm obscures a broken suspension bridge. Gameplay, first-person exploration.
Is that a...
Battleship? Yep. Let's get a closer look.
The ship is lodged on a mountain. Inside, icicles dangle from the ceiling.
Gotta find the stone and get off this ship.
What's that in his hands?
A frosty corpse clutches a small tablet.
What does it say?
Earth something.
Jones tugs at it. Silhouettes move outside the windows.
What was that?
We'd better hide.
Jones fails to free the object before a door bashes open. A Nazi soldier enters carrying a submachine gun, but Gina and Jones are nowhere to be seen. The Nazi grabs the tablet. Gina pops out.
Hey, ciao.
Hey!
Jones appears behind the Nazi and punches him. The tablet tumbles near a box of grenades. From outside, a blonde man aims a pistol at them.
Behind your head.
Jones drops a pipe he'd been holding and complies. Gina manages to remain out of sight, sneaking further into the ship. A soldier rifle butts Jones.
Where's the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Jones glances around.
Fear of heights?
Yes!
He yanks Jones to his feet and pulls him to a view overlooking a long drop.
And I have it. I endured this dreadful mountain even if my mind was screaming every step of the way. Because of a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand!
He yanks Jones away from the precipice. Another soldier rifle butts his stomach.
Devotion. Total and absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you have is your stupid American cartoons. Choo-choo, choo-choo. Ha 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 ha.
He dances around in exaggerated motions.
And dance, celebrating your own idiocy and drinking the piss you call beer.
Gina sneaks nearby.
I will walk through fire for the devoted men of the Reich. Give me that stone. Now!
Can't give you what I don't have.
I shall search your corpse to make sure!
Gina.
Please wait.
Give me the stone.
Gina walks up and hands it to the blonde man. He looks down to see that it is actually a grenade with the pin pulled. He tosses it. Another soldier attempts to catch it before stumbling over the ledge. The entire ship shifts. Gina glances at Jones.
We gotta get out of here.
Another Nazi falls. The stone tumbles out of Gina's pocket.
The stone!
Jones and the blonde man sprint and dive toward it.
Gina!
Jones tosses it to her. Gina flees and attempts to hide behind a crate. The ship's tilt moves it away. A second crate collides with the soldier pursuing Gina. Nearby, Jones grapples with the blonde Nazi. The sliding crate with the soldier atop it glides between them and falls off the ledge. Jones and the Nazi smirk at one another. Jones decks him, then flings him over the ledge after his compatriot. The entire ship quakes. In various environments, Jones beats up several Nazis. Jones swings on his bullwhip, parries a blow, and headbutts Voss. Gameplay, first-person melee and platforming. A title appears in orange block lettering. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. In a cavern, Jones turns to see a giant spherical boulder hurtling toward him. Text, coming 2024 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. Logo for Amazing CSUN Games. A huge winged mech folds its arms into place. Panels snap around two jet turbines which spool up with white-hot flames. Inside, a pilot taps at a touchscreen. In a menu, the mech changes colors from red to pink and white to muted grays before cycling through dozens of others. The pilot operates joysticks. Over a glossy, futuristic city, the sleek mech flies on wings resembling a fighter jet. It pursues a second one. Text, in-game footage and cinematics. The pilot rolls to evade surface-to-air laser fire. Gameplay, third-person flying and shooter. Several more mechs appear, kitted out in a variety of armament, wing configurations, colors, and chassis. Pilots rain down artillery fire from the air, while another blasts through a cement wall on the ground. Laser beams slice through the air. A heavy-set mech glides over the ground with its jets alight. It activates a stationary mode to deploy two high-caliber guns. An airborne mech blurs as it activates a trailing mirror image of itself. On the ground, a slim mech wielding a halberd duels another bearing a glowing shield. Its eyes flash. The panels on its body pop out, rearrange, then converge into a new configuration. It charges back into the fray. Title, Mecha Break, coming to Xbox Series X and S and PC. Beta coming August 2024 to Xbox and PC. In a moonlit pagoda, a bald man kneels in the dark.
You never know you are a monster.
A claw snaps his neck.
Until someone comes to slay you.
His corpse drops into a massive pile.
First signs are really subtle. But over time, it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity.
A faceless humanoid monster has mottled gray skin and tattered wings. Behind the pile of corpses, a young woman draws her sword and slashes at it. When she leaps in again, the monster bashes her through a wall. She lands outside. She takes up her sword. A soft glow infuses her unarmed hand as the monster lands before her. With precise timing, the swordswoman parries blows and intersperses quick attacks. Gameplay, third-person melee. She duels several monsters wielding flame and poison attacks. She crosses a bridge, stands before a pagoda, and looks at a field of flowers. More twisted beasts raise their heads.
I should know. It runs in my blood.
The swordswoman opens her eyes. Her irises glow a deep magenta. Title appears over red characters. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. Coming 2025 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. Text, Xbox Game Studios presents. A ship crashes through a stormy sea.
Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
An armored figure wears a metal mask.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot.
Purple mushrooms pock a man's face.
Go, tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see.
A woman casts spells.
You must open yourself to its mysteries. Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild.
A bioluminescent cavern.
And become what the living lands truly needs. Its protector.
A skeleton in plate armor swings a greatsword. The player knocks back lizard-like enemies with a burst of light from a leather tome. Gameplay, first-person shooter and melee. They dodge traps, freeze enemies solid, and conjure specters. Text, choose your side. Forge your destiny. Title, Avowed. Coming 2024 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Text, play it day one with Game Pass.
World premiere.
Logo for Rebellion. Text, in-game footage. In a quaint, white-bricked village, smoke rises from chimneys. Power lines crisscross a nearby forest, and a tavern has a sign reading, Grendel's Head. A rusted helicopter sits in a field. Soldiers patrol a street.
It's not emergency, but disaster.
A signboard by a gazebo reads, Stay informed. Daily briefings here.
The worst seems to be over.
Gameplay, first-person melee. The player wields a paddleboard. A large automaton uses a flamethrower. A makeshift log wall encircles a stone castle. The player checks their revolver ammo, then fires an arrow at a person wearing antler headdress. They sneak through the camp toward the castle. Inside lies an altar with a man strung up among ivy. A desiccated man has a blue glow behind his ribcage. An automaton patrols metal halls. The player sneaks through an abandoned railway tunnel. They arrive at an underground facility bearing a logo with a Bohr atomic model. In the village, blue smoke floats into the sky. A red telephone box overlooks a hillside. Title, Atomfall. Coming 2025 to Game Pass, Xbox, and PC. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. In a valley, a torii gate overlooks a village. Cherry blossoms bloom nearby.
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather?
Text, in-game footage and cinematics.
War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
I do not fear our enemy.
A hooded Japanese woman sneaks through grasses.
They talk of peace and dream of war.
She snatches several soldiers into the tall grass. Later, she dashes across an A-frame rooftop. Gameplay, third-person platformer. She lands in the dark village. In a flashback, she slings out her hidden wrist blade.
Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
She stabs a guard.
This is a lonely path now, eh? Believe me, there are other ways to heal.
Naue eagle dives off a pagoda. In another building, an African man wears full samurai armor.
So quick to abuse their power, do not deserve to keep it.
He draws his sword and cuts down noticeably shorter opponents.
There is much we will learn from each other, Yasuke.
The samurai, Yasuke, kneels before a dais. Elsewhere, he dodges a larger opponent.
You can see when two people fit, when they will be better together.
Naue and Yasuke walk side by side.
There is no honor in preying on the weak.
In a bamboo forest, Naue twirls a rope dart, slicing several tall stalks. Yasuke swings a spiked war club.
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
Bright red blood sprays from a man's throat as Yasuke runs through him. Blech. I'll redo that one. Text, made in Ukraine. The logo for Game World is stamped on a blue bulkhead door which hangs ajar. In first person, a man climbs a rusty ladder. Subtitles for Richter.
Скіфе.
Skiff, glad to see you, buddy. Let's get out of here.
Валимо звідси.
Skiff follows Richter down a hallway with decrepit tiles to a rusty bulkhead door. Richter,
Ви тільки погляньте
would you
на
look
це.
at that? Outside, bright sunlight falls on a forest and rusted out cars. Richter, my motherland, so great a land of Cheremosh and Prout. You are my love, my motherland. It's alive. Subtitles for Mugwort, sending you the coordinates. Hurry up. In a decrepit city of decayed wood and broken glass, Skiff aims a sniper rifle with a magnified scope. He shoots a humanoid figure. Gameplay, first-person shooter. Skiff fires a shotgun at mongrel dogs, then explores the city ruins. A strange electrical pulse causes debris to float in midair. Subtitles. Fuck 'em up! Subtitles. Shit, I caught a bullet! Skiff pulls out a blinking green device. Later, he downs a man using a silenced submachine gun. In underground tunnels, a pale humanoid has oversized neck tendons and a distorted face. Skiff dodges pulses of electricity from another floating orb. He counterattacks a bald man in hand-to-hand combat. They wrestle for a knife before Skiff bashes his head against a rusted car. In an underground facility, he adjusts a radio.
That is just the key.
Subtitles for Huron. You know, it's high time for big opportunities. Above ground, Skiff loads an RPG as a bloated, fleshy monster slams him. Skiff, what's the point of all this sacrifice? All these victims? He guns down a man in a warehouse. Faust, the zone is what you consider it to be. A tornado swirls in the night sky. In a forest, Skiff pulls a knife out of his abdomen. Faust, I've shown you how I see it. Walk your own path, and you will come to perceive the zone in your own way. Title, Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Coming September 5th to Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. On a stage, Sarah Bond, President, Xbox.
We've been honored to partner with GSC Game World, the Ukrainian studio behind Stalker 2. We can't wait for you to experience their game yourselves on September 5th. Today, you've seen amazing games from creators around the world. from both our partners and our own studios, from the biggest blockbusters to original independent games. I hope you enjoy the breadth of titles coming to Xbox. In addition to all these great games, we're introducing a new all-digital Series X and expanding color and storage options across the Series X and S lineup. They'll be coming to select markets this holiday. These new X and S consoles, alongside the many other devices in our Xbox gaming family, offer you more choices. It's our mission to make Xbox the best place for you to play by including the titles from our own studios and Game Pass at launch, by bringing your games into the future with our commitment to game preservation, by pushing the technical boundaries in our future hardware, and empowering you to play your games anywhere you want on Xbox consoles, PC, and cloud. This is what defines Xbox today and in the future, and we're hard at work on the next generation. Immediately after Showcase ends, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct begins. We're taking you inside Treyarch and Raven for an extended look at what's next in Black Ops. But before we dive into the Direct, we've saved one more thing.
World premiere.
Text. Xbox Game Studios presents. Text. In-engine footage. Dust and debris lie in a wooden home's interior. A handmade banner along one wall reads, "Welcome home." A TV screen shows a civil emergency message. Through one of the walls, a locust drone tackles a young Marcus Phoenix, a white man with a small soul patch. Marcus loses his grip on his rifle and grapples the drone. As he reaches for the rifle, the drone stomps his wrist. Marcus throws it off, then scrambles for the weapon. The drone grabs his ankle and hurls him into a wall. Marcus is thrown a second time. His hand reaches desperately as the drone advances and finally grips the TV's side. Marcus swings it at the drone's face, knocking it back. He rushes forward and takes up his Lancer, a bladed assault rifle. Two cog tags dangle from Marcus's neck as the muscle-bound drone manhandles him. His bandana slips off. He meets its gaze as it attempts to push the Lancer blade into his neck. He headbutts it away, then manages to bring the Lancer to bear as the drone charges. The drone collapses, its head reduced to a fleshy stump. Marcus sighs. Broken glass shivers as the floorboards splinter, then collapse. He manages to catch onto a pipe and dangles above a glowing red sinkhole where the floor of the house just was. The pipe breaks. A hand snatches Marcus just in time and pulls him up. Dominic Santiago smiles softly as he hands Marcus his bandana. Marcus ties it over his dark hair. Together, he and Dom look out over a dark city. The lights have begun to die around several red emergence holes nearby. A title appears in red block text with spatters of liquid. Gears of War, E-Day. Text. Play it day one with Game Pass. A glitching countdown timer shows 10 seconds remaining. Text. Please stand by.
Beleza, já foi já, né? Já foi. Ai, ai. É isso aí. Vou dar uma parada por aqui para deixar salvo. Daqui a pouquinho eu tô de volta.